Good afternoon. How are you all today? Well, welcome to Joan's Sewing Room. So today we're going to do something new, although we've done it once before. I am going to do a collage of a horse's head. A friend of mine has horses, and when she saw my bagel collage, which is back there on the wall, right there, she said, "Oh, I would love to have that done on my horse." So I took 3 pictures of her horse. She had some horse in her phone, so I took pictures off of her phone onto my phone. And I found a picture of a horse's head. And so this is what it looks like. Let's see. Can you see it? Let me see. There it is. That's the picture. Now, if you don't have a light board, you can use a window. And so what you just want is, light behind that window or your light board, so you can trace your pattern onto butcher paper or parchment paper. So that's what I'm going to do now. Along with that, and I did the same thing, well, not with the light board, but when I did my tree. And if you don't remember that, if you look back, maybe about the 3rd or the 4th video I made a tree, and it's still on my wall.
Video number 10
so
shows the beginning of the tree.
What I used in the past, when I used it, I used seam. Okay, and so what it is sticky papers, 3 layers. And so one layer, is where you can draw on it. It has a graft on it, yellow graft, and the other side is just white. So what you do is, when you want to, after you draw your picture onto your parchment paper, then you will use the seam. So this is right now, this fabric right here is when I used it on the tree. I already had it, it's left over from the tree. I figured it would be great for a horse. And it has the seam on it. So when I peel it off, it will be sticky. The fabric will be sticky because it's stuck to this really fine sticky webbing. And so what you do is you cut out your whatever it is, whatever you're making. You just cut out a circle, or you cut out just a piece, and then you just cut out a piece like that. Okay? So then you just peel off the backing, and then it will stick, and you just lay it onto the parchment paper. So I'll be showing you how I do that. So let's get started, and you'll see where I'm coming from with this, okay? Yeah, I see ya, and it's good to see you again. So let's do it. All right. Okay, so now we have the light board under this picture. So all I need to do here, I'll just straighten my picture a little bit, like so, and start drawing. I have a pencil. Okay, all right, so now I am going to trace the eye. And you just want to trace all the lines. But mainly the eye. Now, when you're doing a collage, these lines don't mean much because, you know, how are you gonna get these lines? But it's mainly you just do the like in the eye, how the eye is glistening. You know, maybe I mean, I could cut out a little piece to fit that. And then, so that would probably be like black, or if I can find like a shimmering black, put in there. And then you'd want to do the outline of his jaw. Or her. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. Now my picture is kind of cut off from my copier, so I'm just going to have to here's the nose. And then, of course, you want to outline the shading because you're going to be cutting pieces for these, like the eye, you're going to be cutting pieces to fit in those areas. But in the jaw, like, you want to draw the jaw and you want to draw the bone structure and like that, you know, that's the side of his face, his jaw. So you want to draw that in. So sometimes these little lines can help. So you just want to go up his head. Try to get it. Now in this picture, you're not going to see both eyes because it's only showing this side of the face of his head.
Sorry for my hand being in the way.
And right now my copier isn't working, so I thought I would try this one. My copy works, it just won't allow me to make copies right now because it wants more. It's the side of his head, her head. I don't know if it's a female or this is her mouth. And then her other ear. So the colors I'm going to use are browns because her horse is brown, reddish brown. And so I'm going to use reddish brown and browns. And the only black I'll use is in the eye, but the rest of it is all going to be browns. There'll be light browns, dark browns, reddish browns. I try to stay away from white, unless it's a white horse. And when I asked her, I said, how do you want me to do this? Do you want me to do it looks like your horse? I mean, it's not totally going to look like a horse, but you know. Or do you want me to do it like I did my dogs, like Bagel. And she goes, any way you want to do it, Joan. So I figured I would try to use the same colors of her horse, because Bagel was white. And so, but I will be adding other colors when it comes to light and dark. So, like, you know, for instance, this right here is a great color to use because it has darks and it has lights. So that's really good. And I'm glad I saved it. And then I have this one here, which I don't have much of, and this one also has darks and lights. So this could even be used in the eye, or that other one. But anyway, so those are good. Forgot to fill in the ear. Forgot to do this part. The ear has some shading in here. Okay, that's better. So this is what I just did. And I will probably bring the head down. So it's, and then maybe more hair, like that. Okay, so now you probably say, okay, I've done this, now what do I do? So what you can do is you can take the whiteboard away, and now you have your copy. So what I'm going to do to put, I'm going to put some paper under it so it'll be brighter. Now what I'd like to do is get an easel. We don't have an easel. I think by putting white paper under it like that, it makes the design of the horse pop out better. Like that. Now, what we do next is pick out fabrics. What I have here is a bunch of fabrics. And so these fabrics I can use for lights, medium, red tones, more red tones because she's reddish. Here's just plain brown. Here's more red and more browns. And this brown actually has leaves on it, but it's got different color variations on it, from leaves that are lighter and darker, different browns. So that's where I'm starting from. Plus I have some reds, reddish browns, like this. Like this. Now this can be considered light. So if you are putting in highlights on the mane or on the nose of the horse, so like with my face, this side's dark, this side's light. So instead of going black, white, you would go light. This could be light. Or this could be light. compared to this. So what I want to do is just use the values of the color. I guess we start with the eye first. So let me see. Now I did say I have black, and that's the only time I would use black is the eye. And with this product that I have, I do have a bag. I do save them. These are like small little pieces that I saved. So, here's one. These are all little ones that you would save, that you're not using, that you can use. Okay? Those are for little pieces. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to separate these. Just like that. Okay? Let's put that right there. And we're going to take the non-sticky side. We're going to lay it over the eye. So what we want to do here is just trace that black area. Now I could do is a very dark brown. Where's that dark brown I have instead of black? Right here. I could use this for an eye. But let me just trace that little spot there. Okay. So this is, I just traced this little spot. Yeah. Maybe I'll do it in brown. Just cut out a little piece of brown. And you want to lay it over the brown. You want to cut it out. So then I just cut this out. So I am going to. All right, so now I'm going to do, see this little mark there? Okay, I'm going to cut out that little mark. And I'm going to put it on this light color fabric so I can put a highlight at the bottom of the eye, right along here. Right there. So, let me just cut out a piece of fabric first. Okay, so I'm going to draw this guy out, and I'm going to use this piece. I don't need to take much. Where is my other copy? I'll use this copy for the, yeah. I guess I made it too small. Goes this way, but I did it backwards.
Thank you for watching my video, and I will see you on Tuesday. Bye-bye. This is the picture of the horse that I am getting my inspiration from.